We would like now to invite Ms. Patricia who holds an M.Ed in Special Education, a BA in Business and Management, and a DIP. She is also a part-time lecturer and educator. She has received awards for her research and published books and papers on topics like literacy difficulties, challenging behaviors, music, robotics, and virtual reality. Join me now in welcoming Ms. to present on her research entitled Reading Comprehension for Children with Hyperlexia, a Scaffolding.
Very good morning to all of you here. It's so wonderful to be in your presence. It's such an honor to share with you a little bit about the research I did for my dissertation at NIE. As you can see, this topic is on reading comprehension for children with hyperlexia. I haven't done any before on adults with hyperlexia. There are cases where those with brain damage, for example, in a paper by Suzuki et al., they mentioned ambient echolalia and hyperlexia in a patient who woke up with cerebral infarction. Right. So I think maybe this kind of scaffolding method can be effective even for those with acquired hyperlexia. But anyway, you can see this picture is the cover of the book. Right? Maybe I just pass it around. I wrote 40 comprehension passages for the intervention, right, with the scaffolding method. Just pass it around. This topic is very dear to my heart. I'll tell you more later. Okay, so we have the scaffolding method is called scaffolding interrogative method. So I like to call it SIM for short. Make it simple for children. Okay, simple, right? And as you can see, the name implies that you use interrogatives. I only use 4: who, what, where, when. Right? Before I go into the scaffolding method, let me talk to you more about hyperlexia. Has anyone here heard about hyperlexia? Let's have a show of hands. Wonderful. It'll be wonderful to hear more from you later on. It's as you can see, according to Joshi et al., it's only like less than 1% of the studies done in dyslexia. So I got very interested. It's one of the reasons. Okay? And I hope you agree with me, starting with the definition is very important. Right? Agree? Yeah, high five. Okay. So I have here a definition. This term, hyperlexia, was coined by Silverberg and Silverberg. Right. Silverberg. Just now, Professor Angela Foster said, iceberg, right? Berg means mountain. So Silverberg means silver mountain. I remember, but the silver growing in my head here. No? A lot more. Okay? Because doing research, you have to read and read and read and read. Okay? I read until a lot of white hair. Okay, so now you all will be the researchers here. Based on this definition I presented, what is the level of word recognition in hyperlexia? Higher or lower? Put up your hands if you say higher. Yeah, you are on the silver mountains in Singapore now. Well done. So higher than what? Higher than the verbal functioning or comprehension. Right. So it's a relative term. What's relative? Not your cousin or your auntie. I like to joke with my children, those that I teach. Right. Laughter is the best lesson, for them. Okay, so relative means you compare with something. Compare with the comprehension, compare with the verbal functioning. Right? Just like dyslexia, you compare with the comprehension, is not expected. Okay. I have here another book called Oasis of Silent Voices. It's a collection of short stories of people with special needs. So I'll just pass it around. Maybe I start from that side. I wrote in this book a chapter called Nobody Told Me. I mentioned some of the traits of hyperlexia in my son. So that's the reason why I went into hyperlexia. So during his P4 time, he was given a psychoeducation assessment, and his word recognition was above the 80th percentile. Sorry, I'm a bit sensitive to the light. His word recognition was above the 80th percentile, but his reading comprehension was below the 20th. So do you think he has hyperlexia? What the heck do you think he has? Yes, I hear a lot, yes, wonderful. So although you just makan, you are quite alert, fantastic. Okay, now, so I have these books available here with my daughter. So later if you are interested to look, please feel free to check her out, she's here. Okay, as parents like me, I tend to think of the problem as a disorder. But as Dr. Angela Foster said, we need to look at things in a balanced perspective. Try to appreciate their strength. So in hyperlexia, the strength is good decoding, right? Then, of course, here you have a bipolar deficit disorder, bipolar opposite to dyslexia, just to help you understand hyperlexia in terms of dyslexia. So the relative difference between decoding and comprehension is what you call the definition, right? So relative, some researchers define it in terms of like 1.5 standard deviation, or some define it more, right? So there's a lot of argument. Here in this bipolar opposite, two ways opposite to dyslexia. Two ways. Which two ways? Quite obvious, right? You see the two arrows. Opposite in terms of decoding, opposite in terms of comprehension. Okay? Now, I like to present case studies as examples, right? I love case studies. It's like looking at somebody's life, what's going on, right? And Rita is very nice. They organize case studies, discussions for members. So I would encourage you all to join Rita. Okay? Here I have a case study in the 70s. In the 70s, they used rather crude words, right? As you can see here, they called people manifesting hyperlexia tendencies is idiot savant. Because this girl is mute, so the verbal comprehension, verbal functioning is 0. Any one of you here teach children with very little or no verbal functioning? Let's have a show of hands. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So, but she's a savant. Why? Because she was able to recognize words even before age 2. And she was able to use a typewriter to make known her needs. So that's fantastic, right? I can imagine if with today's technology, given an iPad, she probably become like a genius like who? Stephen Hawking. Maybe, huh? So we need to look at the strengths. I have here another paper now in the 80s by this lady called Jane Healy. She called it an enigma, right? So the label is now changed to enigma, right? You cannot understand why it's so opposite, huh? So, and she also tried to prevent or eliminate those who with typical developing comprehension or typical development from using hyperlexia, the term hyperlexia, on those who are typically developing. So she put in several other markers, one of which is they must have a disordered development, cognitive development, or language development. And then she put in other markers like word recognition before 5, early preoccupation with reading. Anyone with children who are like that? Students? Have a show of hands? Okay? So these markers are, especially the preoccupation with reading and mentioned here, this is related to the autistic trait. So autism, you have three markers, right? Social impairment, communication impairment, language, right? Language impairment. So she found that in her clinical studies, many of the children have these autistic traits. I remember when my son was little, like 4 years old. Anybody asked him a question, he just answered with, I'll let my daughter tell you. What is it? Today is my birthday. He will answer with, today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. Even if it's not his birthday, he will just answer everybody. Such as in church, go to Sunday school, they say, is it your birthday today? Then he'll just, it triggers him to say, today is my birthday, today is my birthday. Right? So, but he didn't get diagnosed with autism. He got diagnosed with ADHD. So what I'm saying is that hyperlexia is not just assigned to those with autism. Right? Nowadays, we don't use those archaic terms, idiot savant, anymore. We use typology numbers. Maybe you all think of what, diabetes or what, numbers, huh? Okay, so type 1 is assigned to those with no abnormalities in language or cognitive development, but they have fantastic word recognition. In this case study here, the child, now is a boy, just now was a girl, right? There's also studies about ratio of boys and girls, but I don't go into this. I don't have much time. I give you 30 minutes. So this boy, at 2 years, 2 months, his reading age was already 9.3. Right? Then they tested again. At 4 years, his reading age increased to 11 years, which is at primary 5 level. Isn't it fantastic? Right? So it's about 7 years difference. Okay. Now we have type 2. Type 2, they call it the visual spatial disorder. Why? Because they have problem in using their left brain. Right? Left brain for, problem using their right brain, for, rote memory and visual information. Right? But they're very good in the phonemic processing skills. Okay? And so they have a left brain dominant, okay, in reading. Type 3, we have those with, we call, is the opposite of type 2, the dysphagia type. They have problem with using the left brain for phonemic processing. They are very good in the rote memory, they memorize everything, visual things. Okay? Visual information, very good. So just now, Mr. Leong, your visual thing is very good. Okay, so we have the 3 types. These are 3 main types. Before we go to the sim intervention, let's play a little game, have some fun. Okay? Now, I'd like you to take a look at this proverb and read it to yourself. Now, let's have a show of hands if you read it as a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Wonderful, I see lots of birds in your hands. Fantastic. Okay, now this test is taken from a study on the Saban brain. Huh? So this man, he's a guinea pig in the study, okay? He's just an ordinary guy. They asked him to read this proverb. He read it, as I said just now. Then after that, they give him equipment to switch off temporarily his left brain. And after they did that, they asked him to read again. By the way, anyone has seen this before? It's on YouTube. Also, I won't ask you, okay, Dr. Ong. Okay, after I'm going to attend Dr. Ong's bottle cap one. So, he switched off, and then he read it differently. Can anyone guess why? I gave you a clue. Anyone guess why? Anyone, you know? Anyone? Can you guess why? Yes? Yes! There are 2 girls. You have a savant brain. Okay, so there are 2 girls. But before the left brain was switched off, we have this automaticity. Whatever we know, just now Dr. Angela Fawcett mentioned about automaticity. Yeah? Okay? We use our left brain for the automatic reading. So this tells us, gives us some clues as to why some of our children, they at the imagery level without attaching a meaning, right? Like those, just now I said type 2, right? The visual spatial disorder, they include profiles like Asperger's syndrome, MBLD, non-verbal learning disorder. They have problem using the visual information, so they don't recognize facial expressions you teach. They just read it literally. They don't understand what you mean bird in the hand. We carry a bird in the hand, okay? So, I come to the simple. This SIM incorporates several strategies from evidence-based practices, right? Just now Lois mentioned about evidence-based practices, right? Okay, so now it incorporates some methods like using a conceptual framework, using written instructions, and using a cognitive schemata. So I come to this SIM, this is a sample. As you can see, how do I incorporate the strategies? For the conceptual framework is a matrix, right? Sorry. So this is the matrix, and for the cognitive schemata, we have the interrogatives, who, what, where, when. I can use color code to help them. Okay, and then for the written instructions, I have what person for who, what description, action for where, what, and then what place for where, and what time period for when. So you look at this first sentence, Danny had a good dinner at home today. So I tell the student, Danny is a person, so I put under who. Had a good dinner, I put under when because it's the action. Then at home is the place, and then today is the time. So this is how you teach the child to sort out. Because children with hyperlexia, or this is type 3, they don't have this automaticity of sorting out the information, they get cognitive overload, then they're just reading it just for fun of reading because they enjoy reading. This is the comprehension passage, right? For sentence number 2, his mom, I tell the child to write Danny's mom. They have to infer his means Danny's. Alright, same thing for number 3, Danny's dad. Okay? Then for number 4 is a bit tricky because it doesn't start with the who. It starts with a when. So the child may have a bit of difficulty. And then for the who is they all. Who is they all? Alright, so I have to tell them it's Danny's mom, dad, and himself. So they write it down. Okay? I did a pre-test, post-test, as you can see here, sorry. The reading age is all unchanged for all 3 of them. The reading comprehension age, you have increased for each one of them, between 19 percentage points to 36 percentage points. So I was so happy. I really thank my children, you know. I enjoyed teaching them very much, and they enjoyed this SIM method also. This SIM method. So they gave me 80% of always positive for how to use, how to understand, answer questions, easy to use. I like it. Okay? So, only 20% is sometimes. So I've come to my end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Please feel free to look at the books that I brought today. Thank you very much.
Remember to return her the books. I'd like to invite Iksan up again so that she can present the token of appreciation to Ms. Ong.